Hey, what is going on, SMT Nation? It's your boy, the SMT. We've got a full breakdown and analysis of today's Google Pixel Day. We've got some new phones from the Google company. These Pixel devices are usually pretty... they have a lot of notoriety. A lot of people get very excited for these devices. They're usually very good performers. The software is very good. The hardware usually, pretty good. They've had some hiccups with certain elements and components in the past. But it's a relatively new phone. It's only been in the game for a few generations, and we've got basically the 5th generation here. So we're kind of seeing a pivot. What Google is doing is they're going away from the premium flagship, and they're moving towards kind of a premium mid-ranger, and actually they're going with a true mid-ranger, I think. So we've got two devices, the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G. That one kind of like the entry level into the mid-range with 5G. So in terms of the processor in these devices, we're getting the Qualcomm-made Snapdragon 765G processor with the Qualcomm X52 modem. The Pixel 5, the regular one, will be selling for $699. It will come in two colors, black or green, IP68 waterproof, water resistance, 8 gigs of RAM, 90 hertz display. I believe it's a 6-inch display, 128 gigs of storage, 4,080 milliamp hour battery. The 4a 5G will come in at $499. It will only come in a black color. No IP rating official. It's going to have 6 gigs of RAM, a 6.2-inch display. I do also believe that it's going to come in at 128 gigs of storage with a 3,885 milliamp hour battery. So there's some differentiation there in terms of specs. Not much, but there is something there. So you get more RAM, you get a slightly larger battery, you get an IP rating, and you get that green color. So that's what you're getting with the 5 instead of the 4a 5G. Now Verizon is going to have a unique version, what is going to be their 5G ultra wideband compatible device. It will have millimeter wave, and that phone will sell for $699. So there's actually no difference in pricing, if you buy it from Google or if you buy it from T-Mobile or if you buy it from Verizon. It's going to be $699 for the Google Pixel 5. Crazy news, I did not see this coming. A millimeter wave version, 5G ultra wideband, unique version for Verizon of the 4a 5G. That one's going to sell for $599. So that one is going to have a $100 add-on to give it the millimeter wave access. So the millimeter wave 5, Google Pixel 5, will be compatible with Verizon for millimeter wave and sub-6. I'm going to actually go through that in a second. Also AT&T, FirstNet, Charter, Comcast, Google Fi, and Metro millimeter wave. Crazy, right? But not T-Mobile or Sprint for millimeter wave. It's so weird. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Anyways, the model you want to know for this one is the GD1YQ. That's going to have millimeter wave and sub-6 gigahertz. The 4a 5G with millimeter wave is going to be model G6QU3. This one is USA only. In fact, it's Verizon only. And it's going to come in a unique color. The only Google Pixel device from this year that's coming with the white color. So sub-6 gigahertz for that Verizon model of the 4a 5G is coming at a later time through DSS. There is going to be a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack with the 4a 5G and not with the 5. They are going to have exactly the same camera systems, both with an ultra wide camera, which is pretty nice, and that should get people some nice wide shots. That's crazy. The color, the millimeter wave, and that 4a 5G, that unique version for Verizon, kind of not surprised. Anyways, all carriers are going to support all models of the phone. When it comes to LTE, all the critical connections are going to be there. Things get messy with the 5G. That's where things get crazy. Google, obviously, it looks like they caved in to Verizon. LG obviously caved in with Verizon and these other carriers. OnePlus did the same with these carrier-specific models with millimeter wave and so on. Apple's really the only company that has not caved in. Even Samsung kind of did by giving Verizon the millimeter wave S20, the regular one with the ultra wideband. And so really, Apple's the only exception to the rule. How does the phone stack up? 4a 5G and 5. pricing, features, how does it compare to 2020 flagships and mid-ranges? We're going to talk about it in the podcast. I'll actually link it here for you guys. But the specs are here pictured on the screen. Here's what I was talking about with the models and what you need to know. So the Pixel 5, the regular US version, that's the model number you see there. The other two models that you see listed, those are non-US variants. So we're probably talking about Asian markets, European markets, and so on. Anyways, you could see that the US version is the only one that can work with millimeter wave. More specifically, that's going to be the Verizon variant. So it's going to be unique. Otherwise, if it's not the Verizon millimeter wave variant, it's going to be sub 6 gigahertz only. So that one will be for sale. I don't think AT&T, but I do think with T-Mobile. So that's coming. Also, you'll look at the Pixel 4a 5G, another US only variant that is Verizon only, millimeter wave, and sub 6. Otherwise, the other three models that you see listed at the bottom, those are the ones you're going to get from Google Feye. Those are the ones you're going to get from T-Mobile and other carriers. Here's where I was kind of talking about the compatibilities. This is where things get really fishy. So even though AT&T is not going to sell the device that we know of yet, that could change. It is going to support millimeter wave connectivity with the phone along with sub 6. So you can see the Pixel 4a 5G, that Verizon only model, is not going to be supported on AT&T for 5G. But the 4a will have sub 6 gigahertz on AT&T. Now the 5 will have the millimeter wave and sub 6. Same configuration with Boost, same thing with Charter with their MVNO service. And then Cricket, which is an AT&T MVNO, same thing, right? Interesting. Let's go ahead and look here. This one's got Google Feye, same configuration, sub 6 with millimeter wave coming soon. Not sure why coming soon, but whatever. I think maybe something brewing with Verizon. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Who knows? But you are getting sub 6 there. FirstNet, that's AT&T. Right, with the government contract, right? So that's millimeter wave and sub 6. So is Metro PCS. Now, what's weird is if you look at T-Mobile, which owns and operates Metro PCS, which is Metro by T-Mobile, you'll see that there's millimeter wave for Metro, but not for T-Mobile or Sprint. What is that? This is craziness. And then US Cellular, sub 6 with millimeter wave coming soon. All right, so anyways, crazy. It's just so random. And then here's the last one. It shows Verizon Xfinity. So millimeter wave sub 6. Now, you see that the Verizon exclusive variant, it says only millimeter wave. It doesn't say sub 6. In the language on the website, it does say sub 6 coming soon. So when they start doing the whole DSS thing, it looks like that's going to go ahead and be supported. I just don't know why they didn't include it here, because otherwise you would expect it to only be supported on the 4A 5G unique variant. So I'm going to follow up. I'll double check when that does become available. You never know, we could see an update. But I'll tell you guys right now, I'm getting a Google Pixel 5 sent to me as a Team Pixel member. But they're going to probably send me the Google 5 version, which is probably not going to be millimeter wave. I will confirm I have millimeter wave access to me in my market. I'll be putting my Verizon SIM in there and checking it out for myself. And I'll be doing some testing around the CLE. So you guys will be getting some footage and some coverage. I'll be doing the unboxing and the whole shebang. Anyways, let me know what you think of this device. Let me know what you think of the pricing. Let me know what you think of the compatibility. Honestly, it's a mess. Is it going to be a good phone? Absolutely. Is it going to have a great camera? Of course. Is it going to have great RF and signal? Most definitely. I think it's going to be a fine phone. They made the battery size better. You know, it's 1080p display. There's so much to like about it. It's not going to be a premium flagship. It's going to compete against some other devices like the S20 Fan Edition and all these other phones. But hey, when you're talking about Android's operating system, these phones are second to none. And they really do run great, and they have incredible compatibility. Again, full LTE compatibility and the major connections for all the carriers. Things just getting crazy with 5G, and that's definitely not Google's fault. That's the carrier's fault. That's all of them. They're all doing different things and keeping each other out of each other's, connections and so on. So anyways, let me know what you think of this phone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you learned something. If you did, you could help me out by liking this video and sharing it and all that good stuff. Anyways, the voice of the people, the SMT Nation, let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments section. and we'll hear what you guys have to say. And again, I'm going to link the video of the podcast where me and everybody else in the community kind of talk about it. So have a great rest of the day. Thank you all for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video and found it informative, please do rate this video, give it a thumbs up, share it to all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new, first time here, consider subscribing, activate that bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. And do check out some of the links in the description box. There's ways to donate. We have the link to the SMT Patreon page, the Twitter handle @SneedTech, where we also do Periscope Lives. And here are some other videos that I did hand select for you all to check out if you're not ready to leave the SMT YouTube channel just yet. Anyways, again, thank you for being here to watch. I am the SMT. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.